The Steelers just flipped the script on the entire NFL. Hours before the trade deadline, everyone expected a flashy offensive move, but instead, Pittsburgh traded Kyle Dugger, which no one was expecting. Their decision stunned analysts, and whatever the plan is, it's clear that the Steelers are playing a game only they understand. The Pittsburgh Steelers acquired Dugger in exchange for a 2026 sixth-round pick, while sending a 2026 seventh-round pick back to New England. But in turn, the Steelers saw another one of their safeties, Deshaun Elliott, suffer a devastating fate. The net cost of a single late-round pick swap represented minimal investment for a player of Dugger's caliber. This trade surprised many analysts who expected Pittsburgh to target offensive weapons rather than defensive reinforcements. The acquisition of Dugger immediately created a roster complication for the Steelers. Both players operate best in strong safety roles, requiring them to play near the line of scrimmage and defend against the run. Minkah Fitzpatrick occupies the free safety position for Pittsburgh, where he has been a three-time All-Pro selection since joining the team in 2019. The defensive scheme requires specific skill sets at each safety position, making the fit of Dugger alongside both Fitzpatrick and Elliott unclear. The Steelers could attempt to trade Elliott to recoup some draft capital and clear salary space. However, finding a trade partner willing to absorb his contract midseason presents challenges. He signed a 4-year, $66 million extension in April 2024, which appeared to cement his future patrolling the Patriots' secondary. But that commitment came under a different coaching regime, and most of it has now been wiped out. Under Mike Vrabel's defense, Dugger has started only 4 of 7 games for a unit ranked 4th in points allowed, registering 17 tackles and little else statistically. Dugger, a second-round selection by the New England Patriots in the 2020 NFL Draft at 37th overall, made a remarkable leap from Division II Lenoir-Rhyne University in North Carolina into the league. Coming from a lesser-known program, he became one of the highest-drafted players from that level in recent memory, and New England invested accordingly. Dugger's selection at 37 overall marked the first time in 18 years that someone from Lenoir-Rhyne was drafted, and he became the highest-ever pick from his school. In the 2020 season, his rookie campaign, he played in 14 games and made 7 starts, compiling 64 combined tackles with 43 solos. His role was limited early on, but the signs of a versatile defender, able to move around, cover tight ends, and support the run were already obvious. In 2021, Dugger took a meaningful step forward. He recorded 92 total tackles and started 13 games. He also intercepted 4 passes while adding pass deflections and showing he could operate both deep and in the box. His athleticism and versatility let the Patriots use him in multiple roles, closer to the line for run support, deep in coverage as a safety, and occasionally as a blitzer. That flexibility quickly became one of his defining traits. The 2022 campaign further solidified Dugger's importance to New England's defense. By then, he had sharpened both his physical tools and his coverage instincts. He recorded 78 combined tackles with 50 solos and grabbed 3 interceptions, even scoring multiple defensive touchdowns, rare, high-impact plays that change games. While earlier narratives sometimes inflated his counting stats, the truth is his impact, especially creating turnovers and playing dynamic run-and-cover football, was unmistakable. Recognizing his value, the Patriots committed to him with a 4-year extension signed in April 2024. The deal was valued around $58 million, with potential to climb towards $66 million, and included roughly $32.5 million guaranteed. The extension placed Dugger among the higher-paid safeties in the league and signaled the team's belief in him as a cornerstone of their secondary. In 2023, Dugger continued to start and deliver despite the team's broader struggles. The Patriots finished 4-13, their worst record in decades, yet he remained a steady figure in the secondary. Exact tackle stock totals vary by source, but his presence and leadership were constant as the roster eroded. He was often asked to do more with less. Cover tight ends, step into the box against the run, and serve as a stabilizing force on a losing squad. In 2024, he entered a new regime in New England with high expectations. Despite the big contract and previous production, his trajectory began to flatten. His play didn't jump to the next tier as some hoped, and a mix of injuries, role changes, or scheme fit appeared to limit the ceiling. By 2025, the situation reached a pivot point. After 7 appearances and 4 starts, he had just 17 tackles on the year when the organization decided to move him. On October 28, 2025, the Patriots traded Kyle Dugger and a 2026 7th-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a 2026 6th-rounder. Considering the size of his contract and the expectations once attached to him, the return was startling, a late-round pick swap for a recent high-end extension. The move represents more than a simple personnel change. It reflects New England's broader retool under a new coaching vision, a willingness to shed commitments quickly, and a push to reset the cap sheet and timeline. From New England's perspective, the post-Belichick era under Jerod Mayo and new decision-makers is about pivoting fast, accumulating draft capital, clearing future salary, and reshaping the roster around a younger core fit that approach. With a sizable contract attached to a player whose production had plateaued, converting him into flexibility, even via a modest return, aligns with a rebuild-minded strategy. From Pittsburgh's perspective, the timing and price made sense. The Steelers' secondary had shown vulnerabilities, and injuries only sharpened the need for help. Adding a veteran with size, range, and proven versatility at a low acquisition cost checked multiple boxes. Dugger arrives with a unique blend for the position, about 6'1" and in the 200 teens, and a track record of covering tight ends, supporting the run, and toggling between roles on the back end. For a minimal draft outlay, it's a low-risk, potentially high-reward move. Schematically, Pittsburgh can leverage him in a variety of ways. Tight end coverage has been an exploitable area at times, particularly over the middle. Dugger's size and man coverage experience directly address that. In run-heavy looks, he can slide down into the box and help erase edges or fit gaps, giving the front more freedom to attack. With Minkah Fitzpatrick already established and Deshaun Elliott in the mix, the Steelers can experiment with 3 safety packages, rotate responsibilities by opponent, or craft matchup-specific roles that highlight Dugger's strengths. He has also contributed on special teams throughout his career, which adds practical value on game day. There are real considerations and risks. Mid-season transitions are never trivial. New language, new communication patterns, and new teammates stress test even veteran players. The contract component still matters. While the acquisition cost in draft capital is low, Pittsburgh must ensure the remaining financial footprint fits their cap strategy and expectations. And there's an on-field question. Can the Steelers unlock the version of Dugger who impacted games with range and physicality, not just the recent version whose production dipped? Managing snaps and roles alongside Fitzpatrick and Elliott will require clarity to avoid role overlap and to build fast, reliable chemistry. The broader implications are hard to miss. Teams are increasingly willing to pivot off large extensions when performance stalls or scheme needs change. Dugger's arc, from significant extension in 2024 to a late-round swap in 2025, captures that new reality. Roster construction is more fluid than ever. The Patriots are showing they'll move veteran money for picks and flexibility, while the Steelers are leaning into opportunistic buying for immediate defensive upside without mortgaging the future. As a player, Dugger's profile still intrigues. He brings size, burst, and the versatility to handle tight ends, rally to the run, and execute deep assignments. His lower division background underscores the development curve he's already climbed, and his turnover flashes, interceptions, returns, scores have been genuine difference makers. Durability and consistency will be key in Pittsburgh, but the traits are there for a strong fit if the role is well defined.